The emergency session of the Galactic Coalition Council erupted into chaos as the holographic display showed impossible readings. Admiral Zethkar's 4 eyes widened in disbelief as he stared at the tactical overlay floating before the assembled delegates. "This cannot be accurate," hissed the Serpentine representative, her scaled neck extending forward. "The humans were wiped out 3 cycles ago. Their entire fleet was destroyed at the Battle of Proxima." Council Chairman Vexthul raised his crystalline hand for silence. The ancient ethereal's voice resonated through the chamber like broken glass. "The readings are confirmed by 17 different sensor arrays across 4 sectors. The signature is unmistakable. It's the UES Indomitable." A collective gasp rippled through the assembly. The Indomitable was legend even among the coalition forces who had destroyed it. The massive human supercarrier had been humanity's pride, a kilometer-long behemoth that had single-handedly held off 3 coalition fleets before finally succumbing to overwhelming firepower. "Impossible," muttered General Crixton, his insectoid mandibles clicking nervously. "We watched it burn. We saw the hull breach. No life signs, no power signatures. It drifted into the star. The tactical display updated, showing the massive vessel emerging from the corona of a dying red giant. Its hull, once pristine white and blue, now bore the scars of its apparent death. Scorched black metal twisted into organic-looking patterns, yet somehow maintaining structural integrity. "Sir," the communications officer's voice crackled through the speakers. "We're receiving a transmission from the vessel." Chairman Vexthul nodded grimly. "Put it through." The hologram flickered, replaced by the image of a human male. But this was not the clean-cut officer they remembered from archived footage. Captain Marcus Chen's face was gaunt, his eyes holding depths that spoke of unimaginable suffering. Strange biomechanical implants traced patterns along his temples, pulsing with an eerie green light. "Greetings, Coalition Council!" Chen's voice carried an odd harmonic resonance. "I trust you remember me." Admiral Zethkar leaned forward, his warrior instincts screaming danger. "Captain Chen, you're supposed to be dead." A thin smile crossed the human's scarred features. "Dead? Perhaps. But we humans have a peculiar relationship with death, don't we? We tend to adapt." The camera angle widened, revealing the bridge of the Indomitable. It was transformed beyond recognition. Where once clean metal surfaces and holographic displays had dominated, now organic-looking conduits pulsed with bioluminescent energy. The crew moved with fluid precision, their bodies partially merged with their stations through writhing biomechanical interfaces. "What have you become?" whispered the Serpentine delegate. "We fell into the star, as you well know," Chen continued, his voice carrying an unsettling calm. "But humans, we're remarkably stubborn about dying, especially when we have unfinished business." The display showed external views of the Indomitable. What had once been launch bays now housed creatures that defied classification. Part machine, part organism, all unmistakably hostile. Weapon arrays had been replaced with appendages that seemed to writhe with their own malevolent intelligence. The star was educational. Chen's image flickered, revealing glimpses of something far more alien beneath his human facade. We learned about survival, about adaptation, about what it truly means to refuse defeat. General Crixton's carapace rattled with fear. "What do you want, human?" "Want?" Chen laughed, the sound like breaking crystal. "We want what we've always wanted, to go home. But first we need to collect what's owed to us." The tactical display exploded with new contacts, dozens of them, emerging from asteroid fields and nebulae across 7 sectors. Each signature was unique, yet carried the same impossible energy readings as the Indomitable. "You thought you destroyed humanity." Chen's voice echoed through the chamber as more and more vessels appeared on the display. "But you only taught us a new way to live. Every ship you thought you'd killed, every crew you believed destroyed, they found their way to us. The star changes things, you see. It showed us that death is just another obstacle to overcome. The assembled delegates watched in growing horror as the human fleet began to move with predatory coordination. Ships that should have been lifeless. Hulks now pulsed with alien vitality, their crews transformed into something that was no longer quite human, yet retained all of humanity's stubborn refusal to surrender. We spent 3 cycles in that star, Chen continued, his image beginning to distort as if reality itself struggled to contain what he had become. 3 cycles learning new ways to think, to exist, to hate. And now we're ready to teach you what we learned. Chairman Vexthul found his voice, though it trembled with ancient fear. What are your terms? Terms? The thing that had been Chen smiled wider, revealing teeth that seemed to shift between metal and bone. There are no terms. We're not here to negotiate. We're here to demonstrate why you should never have tried to erase humanity from the galaxy. The first Coalition patrol fleet to intercept the human vessels lasted exactly 17 minutes. Their final transmission was a single, repeated phrase. They're inside the ship. They're inside our heads. They won't stop coming. As emergency. Alerts flooded in from across Coalition space. Chen's final words echoed through the council chamber. We are no longer the humanity you destroyed. We are what you made us, and we will not be defied. The transmission ended, leaving the Coalition, Council in stunned silence as their universe changed forever around them.